Intel Committee Chairman Adam Schiff has said during day one of the public impeachment hearings that he did not know the identity of the whistleblower, but the former chief of staff for the National Security Council tells One America's Emerald Robinson that does not line up with what the congressman has said in the past. Here's more.
I was sort of surprised during Wednesday's hearing to hear Chairman Adam Schiff say that he didn't know the identity of the whistleblower, and apparently you were too.
I was.
Because, I mean, we now know so many instances now of where he said that, but there were interaction. Could you just break it down, because you so closely followed this?
Well, let's think about this. We know from the New York Times that Adam Schiff knew about the whistleblowing complaint before it was filed, that the whistleblower came to his staff. Now, Schiff's claiming he didn't know the identity. Let's put that aside for a moment. We also know that throughout the month of August and into early September, Schiff knew the contents of the whistleblowing complaint and actually used them to attack the president. I retweeted one of his tweets from late August of this year, where he talks about the president withholding money from Ukraine. Clearly, he knew exactly what the whistleblower was complaining about. So he had prior knowledge, he acted on it. We also know that in mid-September, MSNBC asked him if he knew about the whistleblowing complaint or the whistleblower. He said no, he lied about it, to which the Washington Post gave him 4 Pinocchios for lying. And it's very rare that liberals get 4 Pinocchios in the Washington Post and the fact checker. They always get a break. So then we hear where Schiff's saying he doesn't know the identity of the whistleblower. So Schiff obviously is trying to make us think he doesn't read the newspapers. But I mean, think about it. He's chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, and he wants us to believe that he moved an impeachment effort forward using a witness who he didn't meet with and doesn't know the identity of. You know, he's incompetent, but he's not that incompetent.
How does this affect the credibility of the impeachment inquiry and the current hearings that we're seeing?
I think it's huge, because the American people believe in fairness. And in the American system, you get to face your accusers. The most important accuser isn't appearing. Now, he was going to appear. Schiff was going to allow the whistleblower to testify from a remote location so the Republicans wouldn't know who he was, but he was going to let the Republicans question him. Schiff canceled that after all this news of his prior knowledge and collaboration with the whistleblower came out. In addition to that, many reports of this guy's extreme partisanship, including when he was on the NSC. When that came out, Schiff said, oh, we no longer need to talk to him.
So in talking about why Schiff would want to keep the identity quiet, you basically said it. There's been a lot of news out there. Doesn't that make it all the more important in this case to talk about the whistleblower?
I think so. I mean, it looks like that this was orchestrated by the Democrats. They worked with this whistleblower to set the president up. They knew this whistleblowing complaint was going to be made. And I think Nancy Pelosi knew in advance, too. She made statements, too, where it's pretty clear she knew about this. And that makes it sound as if the Democrats were sharing information about this whistleblower internally within the Democratic Party, within the House, before the complaint was made. And I want to also note that there's a rule in the House Intelligence Committee that you have to share information with both sides. When the whistleblower came to the Democrats, they had an obligation to tell the Republicans that this person came forward. It's a violation of committee rules. It's not just something unethical. I mean, Schiff hasn't just lied, he's violated the rules of the House Intelligence Committee.
So is there anything Republicans can actually do about that, though?
In the minority, you don't have many rights in the House. They can complain. They've tried to call for Schiff to step down. I think they tried to censure him. That's not going to happen. Yeah. We just have to vote Republicans into the House, and then he can be censured.
Thanks, Fred.
Good to be here.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.